हाय खा डाले तो
In the Newhouse district, a mountain stream swept away a bridge. The road between Quellenhof and St. Martin was closed until further notice due to a widespread landslide at kilometre 14.5 near the Marth sawmill. It is only accessible via a one-way system for cars. Via a diversion at the Passer Dam, a complete ban on buses and trucks has been imposed. Roads and hiking trails are closed, and the SS44 is expected to reopen around 6 p.m. on Thursday. To coordinate immediate action, the St. Martin Municipal Control Centre in Passair was established on Thursday morning under the leadership of Mayor Dominic Alba. Representatives from all relevant agencies met for an initial briefing to jointly assess the situation.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, Mom, back up this way. I don't know if we should be standing out here.
We got a new clubhouse, Carly. Yeah, a new clubhouse. You're from out west. That's the new Midtown hangout. New Midtown. Come on! Get it! Oh no! Oh no!
In addition to the closure of the SS44, the Marth sawmill, the Bergerflabo warehouse, and the Smart Floor nursery were severely damaged by mud, water, and debris during the storm. The St. Martin Volunteer Fire Department, the Highway Service, and several private companies continue to work to clear and reopen the roads as quickly as possible. Which is expected to happen this Thursday at 6 p.m. Some Highland roads will remain closed for an extended period, with reopenings likely to take several days, depending on the extent of the damage. Many hiking trails are also closed, including the Marano High Trail, Matets, and Orfas In the Newhouse district, around 300 people remain without electricity and drinking water. The security of the supply continues to be monitored. The residents of 3 buildings, who were evacuated as a precautionary measure overnight, were able to return to their homes at 7 a.m. on Thursday. Since the first alarm was sounded at 8:28 p.m. on July 23rd, firefighters and volunteers have responded to a total of 15 operations and remain on constant duty. The St. Martin Volunteer Fire Brigade is supported by the Riffian Volunteer Fire Brigade, the Saltar Volunteer Fire Brigade, the St. Leonhard Volunteer Fire Brigade, Deputy District Fire Chief Erwin Kuppelwieser, the White Cross, the Carabinieri, the Highway Department, The local police, the forestry authorities, the Mountain Rescue Service, and the State Office for Civil Protection. The St. Martin Municipality in Pasaya thanks all emergency services and volunteers for their tireless work and issues an urgent appeal to the public. Please do not enter closed roads or hiking trails. There is a high risk of life due to landslides, unstable bridges, and flooded roads. The situation is being monitored continuously. The public will be kept informed about road closures, reopenings, and other measures through the official channels of the municipality of St. Martin in Pasaya.
Flash floods came without warning, catching residents completely off guard. Families climbed onto rooftops, waiting for rescue. Thousands of people have been displaced from their homes. Shelters are overcrowded, and many are lacking food and clean water. Landslides in hilly areas have made rescue operations even more dangerous. Emergency teams are working day and night to save lives. Boats and helicopters are being used to reach stranded families. In some cases, people have had to wade through waist-deep water to escape. Many villages remain unreachable due to washed-out roads and debris. Doctors are warning of outbreaks of waterborne diseases. Clean drinking water is in short supply in many flooded regions. Electricity has been cut off in numerous towns and districts. Telecommunication networks are also down. What began as heavy seasonal rainfall quickly turned into a disaster no one saw coming. Entire homes were submerged, farmland was destroyed, and thousands of lives were thrown into chaos. In mid-July 2025, relentless downpours overwhelmed the banks of the River Niger. Heavy, unrelenting rainfall poured down for several days, turning rivers into raging torrents and hillsides into deadly landslides. Entire communities found themselves submerged underwater within hours. The storm system that triggered the floods moved in unexpectedly, fueled by a rare combination of warm ocean currents and a stalled low-pressure system. What began as a typical winter storm quickly escalated into a national emergency.
In early March 2023, residents of Brazil's Harmonia and Parana regions were stunned by sudden, massive floods that devastated their communities. The floods were caused by heavy rains, flooding rivers, and causing flooding in some areas. This article examines the impact of floods on residents, government and humanitarian assistance, and lessons learned from the disaster. The flood hit Harmonia and Parana on March 5, 2023. It started with heavy rain lasting several hours, flooding rivers in the area. Within hours, several residential areas were flooded and residents were caught in the flood. The floods destroyed extensive homes, roads, and infrastructure, leaving many residents homeless and homeless. The flood was so severe that the water level rose, so residents had to evacuate to safer places, and some residents were trapped in their homes unable to escape the flood. The floods had a major impact on the inhabitants of Harmonia and Parana, many of whom lost their homes and belongings. Floods have claimed many lives and many are reported missing or dead. The government responded to the disaster by dispatching rescue teams and supplies to the affected areas. Humanitarian organizations also joined the relief effort, providing food, shelter, and medical assistance to affected residents. Responses by governments and humanitarian agencies have mitigated the impact of the floods on residents. One of the most important lessons learned from floods is the importance of early warning systems.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to stay informed about the latest developments.